Hey everyone, welcome to another video with CB Racing, and the first video in this series. It's going to show you how to get from your couch to onto the racetrack. So what we're going to do in this first video is going to show you how to register with a Trackday. It's going to give you some price ideas and different agencies that kind of do different types of track days, so you'll be able to figure out what's best for you. Alright, so let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is go to motorsportreg.com. And this is a great resource. This will show you everything that's going on around your area, and it really gets specific to your area. So we're going to start by creating an account or signing in. In this case, I'm going to run you through how to create an account. So you're just going to go up to the right-hand margin and click on create an account, and then go through this, enter your email address, pretty much walk you through everything, and it'll also ask for your current zip code to give you events in your area. So from here you can upload a picture, you can get pretty specific with what you want to customize and all that stuff. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but follow the form, fill in the blanks. Pretty easy. Here you want to enter your driving experience. This is really important. So any driving experience you may have had, any HPDE events, drag strips, anything you've done before, karting, anything official. So anything you have a history of that would be beneficial as far as you getting started on the racetrack, you want to put in here. This isn't like, hey, I race four-wheelers in my backyard, but if you had any type of certification, like a race license or anything like that in the past, that's something you want to note here. So I'm just going to sign in here because I've already set up this account. This gives you everything in your basic area. So this is going to be a great resource if you want to stay local, if you're looking for stuff in different states or anything like that. This will bring it up. So in this area, you can really search. So as you see, I put in within 300 miles of Harrisburg, events near Harrisburg. So there's going to be a couple different types of events. So the first one is held by a national organization called the SCCA, or the Sports Car Club of America. And what they have is they have different regions, and they're going to be able to host some track days probably in your area. So if you look at this, it'll go over the pricing, the days. This is going to be at New Jersey Motorsport Speedway or Motorsport Park. They're going to go over everything really that you need to know, a map of the track, all that type of stuff. So again, follow the form, fill in the blanks. This is actually a pretty cheap track day. It's one full day for $165. That's really good. And then you're going to want to put in your racing number here. And if you don't have one, pick one. They'll tell you if there's one already being used. So if you're not already a member of one of these clubs, you're going to need to get a day membership. Some places you can get away with not having a membership, but most you're going to need at least a day membership. Some you'll have to join the club for the year. So you're just going to go through, enter payment, and I'm just going to skip back because I'm not actually registering for this event. So there's also going to be a spot on the bottom of each registration that's going to say tech form. You're going to want to click on those. So this is going to go over everything that you need to make sure your car is prepared for the track. You're going to need to print this out and have the form ready for when you get to the track. Either the tech will inspect it there, or some race groups such as NASA does, the instructor helps you through it your first time. So this is another racing organization, and this just goes over kind of the same thing. So we're going to look at a different type. So NASA, you actually have to register a different way. So in this case, you're going to go through and you're going to actually copy the link, and then you're going to paste it into another page, because you can't actually register on Motorsport Reg. They just have the events listed. You're actually going to register on NASA's homepage, and this is usually going to be by regions. So you're going to register through whatever specific region it is. So just copy the link. It'll give you all the information. Again, it goes through people who are racing, people who are doing time trials, people who are doing HPDE, and this is really what you're going to want to look at. So you're going to find this list down the bottom with anything you register with NASA. For anybody who's beginning, you're going to start out at HPDE 1. You're going to find that, click on it, and then NASA also has a really great resource. It's for a 20-minute session on track. It's called a hyperdrive. That's only $50. So if you're unsure about this, or you just want to maybe start somewhere, this is a great resource. So you can show up to any of their track day. I advise you get there early. Register for the $50 hyperdrive. Go check it out. Hang out with some people. It's usually over lunchtime that they do the hyperdrive, and it's a great resource. So as we continue, again, same basic stuff. If you see a blank form, fill it out, and then you're going to pay. I'm not currently registering for this because I already am. Alright, so another resource, if you don't want to commit to a full track day because it's too expensive, or a couple full track days, would be a track cross event. So track cross is basically they take a section of the track, and you're only going to do usually a portion of it. It depends where you're going. Some use most of it, and they just start the time close to the starting line and finish the time close to the finish line. But this is another great resource. It'll give you 4 runs on the track, and you can also register for a 20 minutes during lunch where they actually go on the regular track, and they'll kind of go around. I don't think there's any passing on those. Alright, so another great resource is tracks themselves. So a lot of tracks themselves will do what's called Friday at the track. I know Summit Point does, but there's some other ones. A lot of them do track nights across America. There's a few different resources for that. So if you go to your local track's website, usually they have some registration, and usually it's through Motorsport Reg. So this just goes over everything that you're going to need to know, from the novice group in green, intermediates in blue, and orange is usually advanced, and then the purple is going to be your instructors. It just goes over everything you need to know, your tech form and all that stuff. Is going to be on here, and it's going to tell you what to look for, and this is another great resource to understand, are you a novice, are you, intermediate driver. There's also some things you can do to get like insurance. If you look on the right there, Hagerty offers some track insurance. Price ranges vary. It can get kind of expensive, but it's well worth it if you have a newer daily driver that you don't often track, or that's basically just for track use, or it's a car that if it gets wrecked you owe money on. I would advise getting that. So this is Summit Point's Tech Reg. So we're going to go through another, this is just another group that runs more track days. They're literally called Trackdaze, DAZE. So you're going to copy the link, again, put it in above, because this is going to be registered outside because it's a whole different organization. And you're going to go to their website, basically follow the instructions, choose the date you're looking for, and start your registration process. Usually these groups are going to be a tiny bit more expensive than your traditional nationwide auto clubs like SCCA, NASA. They're going to be slightly more expensive because this is all they really do. But they're really good organizations to run with. Trackdaze is one of the better organizations I've run with. And that's it.
Thanks for watching CB Racing. Click that bell down below and subscribe to our channel and give us a big thumbs up. Bye!